Yimei and Sunli, what are you two talking about? Wang Xiong shouted in displeasure. Am I wrong? How can this food delivery guy have the money to go to dinner? And our class has gathered so many times, do you think he has been there? Yimei rolled her eyes and replied. Zhang Feng has no money, so I'll just help him out. Why are you humiliating him like this? The glasses seemed to be a little bit unbearable, and they stood up and said. Since you are so rich in glasses, why don't you give me my money too? Yang Wei shouted expressionlessly when he heard Glasses' words. Glasses turned to look at Yang Wei, a trace of entanglement flashed in his eyes. Although the Glasses family also has a little money, but compared with Yang Wei, it is nothing. So he could only keep his mouth shut silently. I paid Zhang Feng's money. We are all classmates, so why? Tang Xiaoman seemed to be unable to bear it any longer, and couldn't help but frowned and shouted. Squad leader, you don't need to pay for this money, I have it. At this time, Zhang Feng said something lightly. When the students in the class heard Zhang Feng's words, they were stunned for a moment, with weird expressions on their faces. Because they never expected that Zhang Feng would change his usual routine today and agree to go to the party. You know, Zhang Feng is now a junior, and has been with these classmates for 3 full years. Normally, no matter what kind of gatherings, Zhang Feng would never attend. There is only one reason, that is, he has no money. Seeing that Zhang Feng said he was rich, Yang Wei smiled and said, Hey, the food delivery guy has money to attend the party? Zhang Feng, why don't you treat your classmates to dinner today? Young Master Yang, don't be joking. If this poor man can invite everyone to dinner, I'll eat shit right away. At this moment, a wretched man with a greasy face shouted wildly. Okay, since everyone is so interested, I'll treat everyone to dinner. Zhang Feng said in a flat tone. When the wretched man heard Zhang Feng's words, the smile on his face froze instantly. The surrounding students were also very surprised. No one thought that Zhang Feng actually agreed to Yang Wei's request. After Yang Wei heard Zhang Feng said that he would invite everyone to dinner, a trace of confusion flashed in his eyes. Because he really couldn't understand, a poor guy who was willing to deliver food for money. Why does it seem like a sudden change of person now, and is willing to spend money to treat everyone to dinner? At this time, Chen Wenwen looked at Zhang Feng with some shock in her eyes, but she quickly realized that Zhang Feng must be pretending to be aggressive. How could he have money to treat everyone to dinner? Thinking of this, Chen Wenwen secretly rejoiced that she had broken up with Zhang Feng. Otherwise, in this situation, I will definitely be very embarrassed. In her eyes, Zhang Feng is a stinky dick who does not seek to make progress. Not only does he have no money, but he also likes to pretend to be aggressive. What happened to Fengzi today? Wang Xiong was also very confused at this time. I don't know, maybe my girlfriend ran away with someone, and I can't make it up, so I just bite the bullet and agree. Glasses said in a low voice, and then said, it's only 2,000 yuan to invite the classmates out for dinner. At worst, the two of us will help him pay the money. Well, it's only 1,000 per person. Wang Xiong nodded. At this moment he still had some sympathy for Zhang Feng. Zhang Feng, what's the matter with you today? Not only are you going to a party, but you also invite everyone to dinner. Are you bragging? Yimei teased Zhang Feng with a very disdainful tone. That's right, if you really invite everyone to dinner, then Zhu Ming will go eat shit. Sun Li followed up. Zhu Ming was the wretched man who said just now that if Zhang Feng invited everyone to dinner, he would eat shit. Of course, isn't it just a meal? Zhang Feng replied calmly, then looked at Zhu Ming and said, Where are you going to perform shit for everyone? If you dare to invite me, I will eat it. However, you don't plan to invite us to eat at the food stall, do you? Zhu Ming said to Zhang Feng with a bit of disdain. Zhang Feng finally invited everyone to dinner. How could it be a food stall? It must be the Zuixian restaurant. Yang Wei followed up and booed. Drunk in a mortal restaurant? Zhang Feng couldn't help shaking his head when he heard Yang Wei's words. That's right, Zhang Feng, if you invite us to Zuixian restaurant for dinner today, I'll show you shit. Xu Ming reacted and hurriedly said. Zhang Feng, how's it going? Since you want to invite everyone to dinner, there shouldn't be any problem with Zuishan restaurant, right? Yang Wei asked with a sinister smile. No problem, Zuishan restaurant is Zuishan restaurant. Zhang Feng replied lightly. Hearing this, the classmates in the class were shocked again. Because they all know that the Zuishan restaurant is a state banquet-level existence, and all the chefs and international chefs. Invite the whole class over to have a meal, and it will cost 40 to 50,000. How could Zhang Feng afford it? Could Zhang Feng be crazy? How could he agree? Wang Xiong couldn't help but exclaimed, if it was an ordinary restaurant, he and Glasses would still be able to pay for the meal together. But if it's the Zuishan restaurant, even if they sold the two of them, they can't afford to hire them. It's okay to go to Zuishan restaurant for dinner, but I have one condition. At this time, Zhang Feng suddenly spoke. What conditions? Yang Wei looked at Zhang Feng and asked. How about you and me being half of the cost of the class dinner today? Half of one person? Yang Wei sneered, then nodded and said, no problem, the two of us will each pay half of the class expenses today. Young Master Yang, you are so handsome. Wow, you can go to Zuishan restaurant for dinner. After hearing Yang Wei's words, the students in the class immediately burst into bursts of cheers. So many people went to Zuishan restaurant to eat, and it cost 40,000 to 50,000 yuan for a meal. Even if it was only half, it would be more than 20,000, although Yang Wei felt a little distressed. But this doesn't mean that he can't get the money, on the contrary, he feels that Zhang Feng has no way to get the money. Zhang Feng, you wait for me, I'll see what you do when I pay the bill later. Yang Wei looked at Zhang Feng's back, showing a sinister smile.